learning is something that you should always do throughout your life. There's no stunting it at 16 just because you've left school.
WEA, Work in Education Association, give that opportunity to people. And you can see me that now I'm speaking English. It's because of I learned it through different courses I'm taking. And WEA empower me with the different kind of courses I've taken with them to be able to get engaged in my community.
It's easy to think once you've left school, then that's it. You get settled into a job and whatever lifestyle you get into, and those sort of things, you sort of feel left out of them. But things like this sort of give people a chance to prove that there's absolutely no reason why you can't get involved in anything you want.
The fact that you felt that you've contributed to the lesson and it's not purely teacher-led, you can leave the room thinking, yeah, I've learned something today.
I used to love doing creative stuff at school, pottery, woodwork, just generally making things. And when I could see a lot more, I suppose drawing, painting as well, even though it weren't very good, but I used to like doing it all the same.
How important is art, do you think?
Very, really. I mean, it's everywhere. I suppose it just depends how people perceive it. So for example, everybody in this room will see it, I feel it, or hear it. It just depends how you use your senses, really. I suppose it's something that maybe a lot of blind people would shy away from, to be honest, because if you think of art, you think of pictures hung up in a gallery that you can't see, or something that somebody's painting, or something that somebody's drawing. You don't think of art in another, like there's another angle to it. Say for example, using clay or using wood or using any other material that you can find. It don't have to be about drawing or painting. You have to let your imagination loose somehow, really. And if you ain't got an imagination or you're not really creative, then you know, what can you do? It just helps you to, I don't know, maybe see the world in a different light, really.
In coming to these classes, people of my age and similar save the GPs or save the government an awful lot of money in tranquilizers and visits to the GP because we keep ourselves interested and occupied and fund our own hobbies.
Well, I've had terminal cancer now for three and a half years, which, I mean, twice I've gone past the standby date. I'm still ticking away quite well, and I don't think anybody had recognised that it was there at all. And being able to go to relaxation classes and art classes and sitting at home and being able to absorb yourself into a hobby is very, very beneficial. I mean, it's awkward when it's something like this because everybody thinks it should be back to work. Well, we've got no future of going back to work, but we're only in our early 50s. So we've a long time to go ahead and to think of things. So you need something that is relaxing. Art's very good and very useful. You can lose yourself in art, you can create, and you can certainly forget a lot of your problems that, you know, we know that are there all the time.
I think coming to the class builds your confidence, as well as actually achieving something that you didn't realise you were capable of.
It's certainly a meeting point for people for all sorts of things, not just your social skills, but also you can learn sewing skills, knitting skills, speaking skills, writing skills. It's tremendous. It's like a new world.
For me, it was interacting with all the other people that took the course and learning from them, their different skills, and pulling on those. Basically, that's what it was all about.
I attended the WEA to do a public speaking and a speaking out course, which I found very enlightening.
I've always been interested in politics, but wasn't quite sure how it worked locally and nationally.
And working together as a group, we learnt from each other, and it gave loads of us confidence, which some of us sadly lacked. But now, with speaking out in public, we do have that confidence.
I went to the Labour Party conference and spoke there. Spoke to the Health Minister, spoke to Dave Prentice, spoke to MPs, and I wouldn't have been able to do it if I hadn't have gone on the WEA course about politics and public life.
WEA gave me so many opportunities. When I applied for asylum, I had an interview. I wish to meet someone the first person who interviewed me one day, to be able to sit down in front of him and speak, and he will see the phenomenal chance I went through. He will see, but he will understand that it's because of the lovely people in Britain who are behind this WEA.
I mean, for myself, I am fairly educated, but it's been a long time since I've been in education, and even I had that sort of self-doubt and lack of belief and that sort of thing. And the course I'd done, it was only, 6-7 weeks, and in that 6-7 weeks I've got every faith in myself again, and the people who come through the course with me, you know, they've all gained from it.
Everything on this course went extremely well, from taking photos to making the film to editing it to finishing up where we are right now, knowing that we've all done this.
This course we're doing and other community courses that I've been part of are absolutely fantastic, and I think they need more publicity, more advertising and more encouragement for people to join them. It's certainly not the learning when we were at school.
We took things at our own pace. You know, we weren't rushed to do things, we weren't told how to do things. We were spoken to, not told what to do, when to do it, how to do it.
Right, okay, well, I've got a massive understanding now, is when I'm watching films, I can see what frames are doing and why they're putting certain actors in a certain spot just to get the best effect. As in a doorway, the camera will come back and that's the frame. That's where the central, so that everything's focused on them, around this door frame, or maybe a window or an archway or something like that. It's just a whole new learning experience of working out how to run the film, where to put the people, what the best effects are, and moving on from there.
You're treated as an adult, your contribution is valued and you're made to feel valued.
It's a lot different from in college, because in college I was working with between 16 to 18 year olds on the little films I did in media course. Here I'm working with more ranged group of ages and things like that. So I think it's a lot more fun this way than when I was in college.
It gives you the opportunity to support or mentor somebody who's probably new into learning, has been out of learning for a long time, which empowers you as well. So it's a double whammy there. You're helping somebody else, but you're again helping yourself.
I think the end results was actually fantastic, to actually know that we can actually all pull together and do it as a team. I think it's been brilliant.
Because I'm sure people here would never have thought they were able or capable or have the resources to be able to do that. So for areas of deprivation like this, to run this type of course and just give people that, even if it's from their own personal use, but the fact that they've got the opportunity to just widen their aspirations and think, yeah, maybe I could, I think is absolutely wonderful.
I mean, it's great to see that the WEA, which is such a, I feel like a venerable organisation, becoming reborn from time to time.
The WEA is much more than an organisation. It is a movement, and that movement is made up of all, not just the partnerships, but the relationships with those partnerships. And it's people with shared aims about, again, not just learning from the individuals, but learning together, learning from each other, and particularly the students learning from each other as well as from the tutors.
Sheffield, the council is the bigger family. We are the children of the family. You know, when something happened to you, the ambulance come and pick you up. When we fail on our education, WEA is there to give you the little push we need to go forward. I just can say I'm very happy to say thank to them. I'm very happy.